Hey everybody, we are back here. I'm so sorry for the delay. We had a huge, massive issue. I apologize. I want to apologize to all the viewers watching. Guys, we do have the teams. Vertigo versus Lucky is going to be happening right now. I do apologize. Just some conflicts with schedule. Thank you guys all for coming, but what you guys are going to witness is Vertigo versus Team Lucky. Unfortunately, Vertigo had to make a substitution to their team. Their main team player is not available, so they have substituted Rix with Galactic Godzilla. So this is a team that's actually never played together, Frost. What are your takes?
Boundaries playing with somebody that they don't play with on a regular basis, but they've all played before, so I don't think this is going to put them at too much of a disadvantage.
Yeah, I agree. So just sorry guys for not turning down the music there. That was kind of loud. But it is happening. It is happening right now. The bans have just been put in. Lucky 13 will go first. So let me just put that in the chat. And as soon as the bans are complete, we will have Vertigo versus 13, Lucky 13 starting. So again, it's interesting having Galactic Godzilla thrown in with Bayo and Mike. I mean, Mike is a very, very strong player. He's definitely played a lot of carry. So having your carry the same is definitely going to help Vertigo. But having their jungle carry different, it's going to hurt, I think. It could hurt. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely going to change things. Again, I think this is just going to come down to skill from the players, and you're just going to have to see these guys really working together as a team. The team comps may suffer a little bit, but if they play together, they make sure they're communicating, make sure that they have their attacks coordinated, I think you're going to see some pretty even play on both sides.
Yeah. All right, so Lucky 13 is discussing bans still. This is a very important strategy. You want to get the band right because you need to understand the team you're going against, but more importantly, heroes that are in the meta. One of the things you'll see is even if you've never seen a team play before, you at high elo tiers like Vainglorious or PoA, you kind of know the general heroes are going to play. Frost, I think we all agree. Glaive is a very, very popular hero. Taka is a very popular hero right now. And then Fortress and Catherine as tanks, very popular heroes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you also look at these guys have faced off before. They're all Vainglorious or PoA players, so they know what the other team is familiar with playing. So it's going to be, all right, we know who Bayo plays a lot of. We know who Mike plays a lot of. They know who Chicken plays a lot of. They know who Pate plays a lot of. It's going to be, all right, who do we want to ban that we think will affect the other team's comp the most?
All right, the bans are in, guys. Lucky 13 bans Glaive from Team Vertigo, and Team Vertigo bans Vox from Lucky 13. Let's get you guys into, or actually, we're going to wait. Oh, the teams are selected, so let's get you guys into the game.
Here we go. And for Team Vertigo, we are going to be seeing Galactic as Taka, Bayo as Fortress, and Mike 83 as Jewel.
Yeah, on Team Lucky 13, Coed's going Ringo, Chicken 123 going as Fortress, and Pat E going as Koshko. It's, you know, even at high elo, it's amazing. You always will see a Ringo whenever all else fails. When you don't have your main carries, it's never ceases to amaze me how popular Ringo is, even at the high elo.
Yeah, absolutely. He is still viable. He is still very aggressive, very distinct play style. You just have to know what you're doing with him, and at this skill tier, it's a lot more about the player than it is the hero. I think these guys
again, you guys are watching Lucky 13 versus Team Vertigo. Let's put those up there in the chat. Huge shout out to Lucky 13 coming in this match, by the way.
Yeah,
sorry, Frost.
Absolutely. Oh, no, not at all. As you can see, Coeds is already over here playing aggressively, trying to push Mike back towards his turret.
Yeah, so you saw both teams kind of peaking. They all both started the minion shops down in the minions. They both basically push down to the bottom first and then peek to see if they want to push, but they don't. They all choose not to. There's Mike 83 now with the Jewel. Jewel is very, very strong with the life book, but now that they've actually nerfed the ability for him to get the max melee heal from his B ability, from his Thunder Strike, it makes him a little bit harder to regen. So now he actually has to hit the minions with his melee attack if he wants to get the maximum amount of lifesteal.
Nice flare by Lucky 13. They are not taking that gank at all.
Smart decision. Beowulf, a little bit weak. You see Chicken 123 is full. Oh, but they go up to the top.
Here, and he is going to go down. Team Vertigo draws first blood. Coeds does go down. They waited for Chicken and Pate to go away, and then they still went after that gank on Coeds and managed to pull it off.
Yeah, impressive gank. I've got to tell you guys, what's one of the strong points about Fortress is his ability for early game initiations on ganks. He helps his entire team chase down that gank and get the kill, plus the burst damage that he offers after every 6 attacks when he uses his B ability. His Mortal Wound ability is just really, really deadly. Makes him very, very effective early game, especially at initiating ganks.
Hey, AMurph128 says he can't really hear me. I'm not sure if that's my volume or your volume.
It looks like the volumes are pretty balanced. I will try to level that up a little bit more. Sorry, guys. I will try to balance that.
Nobody wants to hear me anyway. It's all about you.
Yeah, no, we all want to hear you guys. We all want to hear Frost for sure. All right, Coeds doing a great job. There comes Chickens 123. They want to initiate on Mike. Mike 83 is very weak. He better be careful here because all 3 of them are up in the lane now, so they could easily pounce on him. But down they go down. Chicken 123 and Pat E. They go back down. Scout Trap basically lets Coeds know, hey, here comes Beowulf. Helps avert that gank.
And not seeing a whole lot going on right now. Just seeing both teams go through their rotation for farm.
Yeah, and you're seeing a Jewel versus a Ringo. Again, it looks like it would make sense, guys. You know, Ringo, with all that range, should be able to harass Mike 83, but look at the ability for Mike 83 to last hit so effectively and also harass Ringo with that Thunder Strike. Makes him really, really viable. Oh, he does miss that, that last hit on a really, really, really valuable large minion in the lane. Let's take a look down the jungle.
Absolutely. Looks like we might have something getting ready to go on down here. Beowulf getting focused by Pat E and Chicken. Mike is going to come back down here into the jungle to join the fight. Ringo is coming in behind them.
The Scout Trap is absolutely amazing, but down goes Patty.
Galactic is low here. He's going to box.
There's the
They are going to try to go after Coeds here. Coeds is going to go down. Chicken could go down here. Pate just came back up, so they are going to miss that ace. Still well-placed, well-timed fight there. They're going to need to take this guy down really fast, or they look at losing some people too. Mike is going to go down here from the gold mine, actually. Galactic wasn't taking aggro, and Mike was just too low right there.
Really dangerous decision. I'm not sure if it's worth it. After getting that almost ace, if they had gotten the ace just a little bit faster, or the team ace a little bit faster, they would have gotten the ace buff. So now they're forced to basically run away. All that visibility, though, by Lucky 13 is going to let Pat E keep pushing.
Yep, and actually, Pat E came all the way back into the fight, and luckily they had regen some of their health, or he would have been able to have a much easier time taking them out.
Yeah, that team fight went in favor of Team Vertigo, but losing a kill to the gold mine was really detrimental and put them down there on their heels.
I wouldn't necessarily say they're on their heels. The other team was dead, so they weren't able to take advantage of that death, but it definitely didn't give Jewel the opportunity to go up and farm without having to deal with Coeds.
Oh, the stun on Coeds with the... Oh, my goodness, wow.
Wow, well-placed stun there, well-timed. Very nice moves there by Mike and Galactic.
Beowulf playing Fortress so effectively right now. Again, ganking the lane with a Fortress is really very effective when timed correctly. And that stun by Jewel, it allows them to stun and then push very quickly. And then basically prevents Coeds from getting out of there. All those scout traps being popped, all that visibility that Team Lucky 13 has allows them to keep an eye on what Team Vertigo is doing. but it hasn't stopped Team Vertigo from pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are spending in my opinion, quite an excessive amount of money on these scout traps to constantly be being popped and constantly being put back out. Whereas if you look at what Team Vertigo's been doing and look down in the jungle, you're seeing a little bit more of a placement for vision rather than a placement for fights.
And even though Coeds has died twice in ganks, Mike83 is actually behind in farm at only level 5. Coeds is level 6, and that's because Coeds has done a great job last hitting. Mike83 has just been a little bit off.
Yeah. Well, he has been. You have seen Mike having to playing really close to his turret. He's not willing to take the chance of getting ganked, and because of that, Coeds has really been pushing him, and Mike's having to compete with the turret for last hits. You are seeing about a 15 creep score difference between the two of them in lane.
Chicken 1-2-3 waiting in the tri-bush, possibly a gank. You know, they really want to push Mike83 out of the comfort zone. Mike83 is already a little bit behind in the farm, so keeping him back from getting those last hits is going to be very important as they start moving into late game here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see the team down in the jungle just going through, doing their thing, farming up, wanting to make something happen, but they're not willing to push too hard from Lucky 13's side.
Absolutely. There's the creep score, guys. You do see Mike actually has a little bit lower creep score by Go. It's actually by a substantial amount, by almost 15. He's starting to get that back up. But where the difference is really is the ability for the jungle. Oh, there's a team fight happening. Let's get you guys into the action. So yeah, the creep score is definitely in favor of Team Lucky 13, but the kill score 5-1 is in favor of Team Vertigo.
Yeah, absolutely. And that kill score does give a considerable amount of experience and gold with it. They definitely are useful gold advantage there. Pate locking down Mike. Looks like Pate's going to go down here. Beowulf is probably going to go down here from the scout traps. Coeds is going to go down. There's the ace by Team Vertigo. Regardless of all of the scout traps you saw there, Team Vertigo is still able to pull out very well played moves there. Beowulf actually died to a scout trap. He didn't actually die from being focused. He died because he was just that close to death, and that scout trap was able to finish him off.
Yeah, you see the scout trap placement can be very, very powerful, but if you don't take advantage of it, or if you end up still losing team fights, it ends up just being wasted gold. You see, a lot of those scout traps really aren't being used for visibility. They're being used just for damage. So they're really not offering any benefit other than in team fights. And since the team fights have gone Team Vertigo's way each time, it has not been good for Team Lucky 13. They've wasted a lot of gold on those scout traps, and it's just not paying off.
Yeah, absolutely. Interestingly enough, if you look at builds right now, Chicken is not building the fountain.